What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Elite Spar MMA Training Glove by Combat Corner. Today we're going to be talking about the gloves not as a new purchase and my thoughts on it, but actually the wear and tear that these gloves took on my past two MMA camps. I believe I got these gloves back in May, if I'm not mistaken. As a gift from a friend. Now, that at the time I was actually injured, so I wasn't able to use the gloves as much as I would have liked to because I wasn't training. But once I got back into full training mode and I got back into camp, these bad boys were used daily. When I tell you daily, it pretty much means 6 times a week. I used them day after day after day after day after day after day. I did my grappling scenarios with them. And by grappling scenarios, I mean like strikes on the ground. I did sparring with them. I did pad work with them. And I gotta say, like, I'm very, very pleased with these gloves because number one, their durability. They did last a very, very long time. And number two, just the overall padding and protection of the gloves, that it wasn't hurting my knuckles or hands as I was hitting the pads, hitting the bag, or even during sparring sessions. So let's go into the features of this product, starting at the wrist. So here we have a dual wrist strap, pretty much securing the wrist, making sure your wrist is safe during the whole time, whether you're doing pad work, sparring sessions, or even grappling scenarios. The double strap definitely secures the glove at the wrist, making sure that the glove is not moving while you're in a crazy wrestling scrambling scenario or any scrambling scenarios on the ground or even on the wall. Moving up the glove is actually the finger loops. The one thing I like about this product, or the way that they designed this glove, is that the finger loops actually come down almost like halfway to your hand, and that's really good for me or anyone sparring in MMA, because when you get caught in those crazy scrambling transitions or just people trying to grab a hold of your wrist, or you start getting sweaty, your glove starts moving. And one thing I found that gets annoying is that when my fingers start coming out of the finger loops and I have to stop the action, stop sparring, because I have to fix my glove and get my fingers back in the finger loops. So this actually, I never had any issues while I was sparring or grappling of my fingers coming out of the finger loops. So again, that's something I really like about this glove, that it's my fingers are secure and they're definitely not I'm not stopping any sparring or any action during training just because I gotta adjust my glove. Another feature of the glove right in that same area is the fact that the inside of the glove is actually made with leather. If you guys like keeping your gear clean, that's definitely a plus, making it super easy to clean the glove and make sure you don't have smelly gear when you go train. So next part of the glove is the thumb area. It actually does provide a really good protection of the thumb. A lot of other MMA gloves, again, they were just really loose, no padding on the thumb, and obviously part of your job as a MMA fighter is making sure you're staying injury free. So when you have protection all around your hand, including the thumb, that definitely secures it and allows you to be more efficient with your training, and again, keeping you safe and productive throughout your training camp, so you're not like working throughout nagging pains here and there. And yes, that does include the thumb. The last feature I would like to talk about this glove is the padding. The padding to me is very important because number one, it provides good protection on the knuckles, making sure you're not jamming your hand or hurting your hand in that case when you're doing pad work, heavy bag work, or even sparring. So even with sparring, I really like this glove because it allows me to go harder than I would with a smaller glove or any other glove, just because again, the padding is very secured and I'm protecting not only my hand but my training partners as well. As you guys know, we definitely do need our training partners to be able to do sparring sessions and be able to go live and sharpen our skills in the cage and prepare for our fights. So it's something that I like about the glove a lot. Again, it provides enough protection for myself and my training partners. And the thing about this is because it provides that protection, I can spar with these gloves. I don't need to use 16-ounce gloves where that's not technically my sport. My sport is MMA. You want to train your sport. You want to be in that realm as much as possible. And yes, that includes sparring with smaller gloves. But again, we're not trying to make sure, we're trying to make sure that we're not hurting our training partners, accidentally cutting them, or even hurting our own hands. So this is a 5 out of 5 for the padding of this glove. So to finish off this review, guys, I'm going to give these gloves a 4 out of 5. The only reason why I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 is because the wear and tear actually on the gloves happen pretty quick. Now, I'm going to say that it was probably because I use these gloves 6 days a week, about more than 2 hours a day in training, live training. So they did go through a lot, but they did held up very good. Again, these gloves were very helpful to me. I did a lot of grappling rounds, sparring rounds. It kept my hands safe. It kept my training partner safe as well. No cuts. And I can tell you from experience, because I've gotten cut before, is that sometimes the small gloves or just lower quality gloves, they do end up cutting people. And it's just gonna again not only take training away from you, but take training away from your training partners, and we don't want that. So with that said, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you guys liked it, subscribe, hit the like button, share with somebody that you might think wants to see a review on these gloves and wants to know my opinion on it. And from there, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.